Hey all, and I hope you are all keeping well. Just to give you a quick update on what is happening. So, my first video should have gone out there, so I hope you all have enjoyed that and had a chance to look at it. Yeah, so the Euros is starting today, which was obviously meant to be on last year, but COVID obviously delayed the tournament. So I really fancy France or Portugal maybe to win this. Portugal and France just have incredible squad depths, and even though they're in the same group, 2 out of 3 could be going through, or sorry, 3 out of 4 could be going through as the way it's going. So Germany, France and Portugal could all get through to the knockout stages, and if that happens then I fancy them to go the opposite of the draw to each other, so they could have a good run to the final. I think one of them might meet England if they win the group, but we'll have to see. Yeah, so the first match is tonight and it's Italy and Turkey, so it'll be interesting to see how it all pans out, so I'll be watching that over the next couple of weeks. Yeah, like I said, with my legs still killing me, I'm not going to do too much exercise today because I don't think I'll be able to deal with too much. But I'm going to go on a walk now in a few minutes, so I'll probably insert some clips if I can find any good ones there on the walk. Mainly just kind of getting out in the fresh air. I feel it's so important in this day and age. Just to get a break, just get outside, plug in some headphones if you want to listen to music along the way. Just kind of enjoy the scenery while you're outside, but it's so important just to get out, especially with COVID now. So hopefully things opening back up, so it's hopefully all back on the way up. Yeah, so this morning I was kind of doing some lectures. I was kind of catching up on them. It was on mainly data analytics, so I was looking at the robot process automation. So maybe if you were resetting a password for your email or something like that, and just how it can quicken up things by having robots there in place instead of having actual humans doing it. So it was cutting costs and stuff like that. So they were looking at how you be relevant to an accountant. Yeah, so my plans for the weekend, I'll be watching the football tonight anyway, and then tomorrow I have a lecture tomorrow morning, so I'll be watching that in the morning. I think it's 9 to half 11, and then my girlfriend's off, so we'll probably might try to do something in the afternoon, depending on what football's on, I suppose. And then Sunday I'm going back out golfing, so hopefully I'll be in some decent sight form. I think the weather's meant to be nice all weekend, so that would be great, just kind of to get out and just enjoy it. At least enjoy it when it's not raining, because you got to take your chances in Ireland when it's not raining, as most of you will know. Yeah, so I've been up to a few different things over the last week. Firstly, I went out to Lough Erne. Lough Erne's up in Fermanagh, and I played golf up there with my cousin. And yeah, I'd recommend anybody to go play Lough Erne. It's a great course, so it is. It's really nice scenery, and even if you don't like golf, even the walks would be spectacular, just with the views of the lake and with the loch, sorry, and just all the surrounding areas is really nice scenery. There's also little boats and stuff up there as well, so there was a few people jet skiing and stuff around. Well, maybe not so much on the day we were there, but on different days to be lots of water sports and activity. Yeah, so I'm going to insert some pictures in here now so you can see what the golf course was like itself, and maybe I'll just explain a little bit to where where it was on the golf course, or where I was when I was taking the picture. So the first one is looking up at the clubhouse, so you can see that this was taken from the first fairway and looking back up to the clubhouse, and I believe that the buildings beside it are like houses slash like self-catering accommodation for Lough Erne, so I believe you can go rent these out and then you could stay and you could have really nice views of the golf course and a lovely place. Yeah, I believe there's really nice afternoon tea also up at Lough Erne, I haven't been myself, but my family has been up there before for some afternoon tea, so they really enjoyed their experience up there. So if you're not into golf, then maybe that's something so nice you could look forward to up at Lough Erne. And the second picture is actually from the 60, I believe. Yeah, the 60, and it's up. You go after the fifth. There's a par three, and you go over a bridge, and then you go back up a hill. We had a golf cart, so it wasn't too bad, but it would be steep enough walk up the hill, and then you go up the hill, and then you're looking down up behind the clubhouse. Yeah, in the photo you can see the first fairway in the far background there, and you can also see the loch in the distance. It was quite busy when we were up there. Not so much the golf course. I think there was a wedding on in the clubhouse itself, so that's why it was busy. But on the 6th, you're actually up at the highest point on the course, I believe. So it is a bit windy up there, but it's not too bad, and you got some very nice views. The next hole is the par 4 7th hole, and this was stroke index 13 on the card. Apparently we were playing off the whites, so it was 328 yards, but apparently Rory played this one and it was 389 yards for him, and he drove the green. So mine ended up nowhere near the green, so don't be too worried about that. Yeah, just a really nice hole as well. There you can see the 3 bunkers there on the left hand side, and then there's one on the right as well, and you can see some boats there down the bottom. There was actually on the right, you can't see it here now in the photo, but there were some girls playing archery down the bottom there. Yeah, one thing I would mention is with the scorecard, it was quite good, but there was no little map of the actual green themselves. So like sometimes you normally get on the back, you normally see the actual hole, like see what was on the hole, if there's a bunker, if there's water or whatever, but you couldn't see that on the scorecard. If you went up to each hole, then you could see before at the tee box there was a little map there, but it would have been handy to kind of have that on the scorecard as well. Yeah, so the Noakes photo is probably one of my favourite holes on the course. It was the 10th hole. So what happened here is you drove down towards the green, and then drove down to, as far down as you could, and then the green was just surrounded by the loch. So there's our buggy with their clubs in as well, and it was just really really nice scenery, like as you can see through the photo. It's just open water of the loch and just spectacular views. You can actually see my ball in this photo. I put a little circle around it there. I hit a nice drive, it was in perfect position, and then for my second I hit my pitch a little bit too long, and it actually was on the very edge of the back of the green on the water. I couldn't even get I couldn't even stand behind the ball. I couldn't get a full club behind the ball. I had to stand on a rock actually to get the ball forwards, and then I ended up 2-putting, so I made it 5 in the end. Yeah, just to let you know that I'm not claiming to be the best at golf here. I used to play at on the golf team at the university, but my handicap is only around 17. So I believe I could get that down a few shots if I played a bit more regularly, but at the minute I've not been playing regular enough. I've been lucky to get out once a week, so if any golfer would know that you need to be out a good few more times than that to get your handicap down. With this next hole, I actually can't remember what exactly hole it was. I know it was on the back 9. I think it was either number 15 or number 16, but it was a nice hole. You can see there's a bunker at the front of the green there. This was taken from the side of the green, so you were hitting from the right hand side of where the picture was taken, up onto the green. So it was a really nice hole, and there's some more nice views of the loch there. So in this last photo you can see me in one of the bunkers. I was probably in a bit too many bunkers around the course, but yeah, they were challenging to get out of, in fairness to the greenkeepers. I struggled to get out of them. With the course I'd normally play, there wouldn't be too many bunkers around, so it was a bit of a struggle if I went into one. I was able to get out, but I wasn't able to get out as far as I would have liked. The sand was just really thick in the bunker, which is a good sign from the greenkeepers. Like, that means they're keeping their bunkers in really good condition. But the sand was a little bit wet too, so it was a bit hard to get out of. Yeah, so it wasn't one of my best rounds, but it was certainly an enjoyable experience. I want to thank my cousin actually for coming out and playing with me. He won by 2 shots in the end, but I'm sure I'll get him back next time. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to go up and play the course again in the near future. Definitely one that I enjoyed, and I'd like to, now knowing the course a little bit better, that I might be able to lower my score a bit. Yeah, lastly, I'd just like to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and if you'd like to subscribe, then that would be great. Thanks, bye.